So most of the time, my creative process would start with a nice cup of cacao. I really find this one gives me a lot of creativity. And I like to bring just cacao anyway into the creative process, just to cleanse. And then it's time to make the beautiful drink. So nowadays I'm really lucky because I have a beautiful space that I can call my creative space. And I really love doing things in here. I used to have just a small desk, which was also my working desk. And this desk was in our room, and I was working full time. And as well as I had 3-4 different side gigs, so many times somewhere between 11 p.m. and 12 p.m. was really the only time when I had time to sit down and be creative. So first off, maybe let's see, how is a resin pyramid being made, but mainly how does orgonite pyramid being made? So I have these quite large, and I have smaller pieces of pyramids or any other shapes really that I'm quite often using, like even little skull heads as well. Really what I need to think of when I'm doing a pyramid, that everything needs to be suspended upside down. And what goes into the pyramid is totally up to your creativity, or sometimes I'm getting personalized orders and based on that. But importantly, I need crystals. I also need a different type of metals, which will actually make it orgonite. So again, depends on the order. Sometimes I put these things together that they look really pretty, or they look really functional. People sometimes like layers, so I'm getting the decent layers of crystals in there, then a decent layers of metal, so they really see what's in there. Where other times I actually using shapes such as this skull head, or for example, I have a beautiful Mother Earth shape as well, and I would fill the shape with metal and different type of crystals. I color them with whatever color I'd like, and then I'll place that in the middle of the pyramid in a suspended way. So today particularly I am doing a really nice personalized order for a girl who does red tent women gathering. So I choose this cute little piece of little Mother Earth looking figurine, and I'm going to use a little bit of UV resin to suspend it upside down, and for the magic, a chopstick that I can place on the top of the pyramid, so we can have that one hanging, and I can easily fill up half of the pyramid with resin, and it just has to be nice and clear. And I'm planning this pyramid in a way that this figurine will be the centerpiece, and then the metal and the crystal will take space underneath. So once it looks exactly at the center, and as I said, some days this is a tricky one, some days this is an easy work, I can let this one be, and we can mix the resin now. You should always wear gloves because it could be a real messy and sticky job. We are using a resin that it comes in a 1-to-1 ratio, and we are pouring 1 ratio, so in this case 4 of hardener and then 4 of resin. So when the 2 chemical component comes together, you really gently need to find a way for 2 to 3 minutes to just stir it. So now that the liquid is crystal clear, we can start pouring it. And then you pour it really, really slow, because if you do it super fast, there's also a lot of bubbles coming in. You will always stop at the end, and we're gonna pluck the bottom of the pyramid, because 9 out of 10 times there is a little bubble of air goes into the bottom, and that will take off the tip of your pyramid. I'm going to use a little bit of a brass. So these are shaved brass, and I'm going to just take a pinchful. So I always do multiple projects. For example, this is a pyramid that didn't finish. As you can see, there wasn't enough resin there, so I'm going to take the opportunity, and as I kept a little bit of resin in there, we're going to fill these parts in there. And as you can see, there was some goji berries I have added on, and as well as the metal into the bottom, and that will create a very nice gray, metallic and red effect in here. I do projects often parallel with each other, so this one actually going to get a very thin layer of color, and for that I poured a small layer of clear resin. Then I am using these very nice alcohol colors, and you only need really a few drops in here. You can mix these separately, or you can do them just here on the top as well. And then we will do different colors for the next layers. Actually, this particular one need a little bit more metal, so probably the next layer going to be some copper to match the color. So when I do the chakra box, that usually takes about 3 to 4 layers, and at the very end I color myself with acrylic paint the chakra symbols. You always need a little bit just to add on, let's say, the choice of the crystals or the metal, getting rid of the bubbles from the top of it. So this is a very small layer that goes in just to show what crystals goes into this. So I chose today red agate crystal. It's a crushed crystal, comes in this cute little jars, and I'm just going to sprinkle them over each box, even them out the amount per box. For Gaia figurines, I love using different type of herbs. So today we're going to add beautiful rose petals in there, just a few pinch. Then I am also going to add on a little bit of a goji berry. They're gonna float nicely to the center actually. And I'm gonna add on a little bit of a brass again. I'm gonna use different type of metals in this particular Mama Gaia figurine, just to add on to the layers of the colors. And I think this is where creativity has a good space. I'm gonna add on some sparkles because, sure, look, why not? Why not add on sparkles to Gaia? Regarding to the skull, I have a broken singing bowl, and unfortunately I have many of them, but they do great job to fill the skull, and everybody knows the story of the crystal skull from Indiana Jones, so we're going to do this one now with blue crystal pieces that came out of a throat chakra crystal ball. So I'm just going to place a few in there, and we're going to need a little bit more resin just to cover it. So we're going to wait until this layer is fully solidified, and then we are going to add on the layer of metal, and then we'll see how it will look like, and we may add on some colors at the end also. So after we have poured all the layers and waited a few days for the resin to fully set so we can unfold them, let's have a look at how they look like. So this was a Mama Gaia figurine that we have filled with all sorts of crystals and different types of beautiful herbs as well. So this one actually has crystals of tiger eye, loads of rose, brass, lavender, hibiscus and goji berry, and a little bit of cacao in the bottom as well. So I will need to shine this one up before this is ready. That's an extra layer. Then let's have a look at the small pyramid that we have finished. Sometimes it's a bit of a fight to get it out, but there we go, this is all done. So this pyramid is very sparkly. It's full of red jasper crystal, obsidian crystal, and it has metal and silver pieces in there. Then we have another small pyramid that also needed to be finished. So usually I make loads of different types and kinds and shapes of them together, so I can get the resin really worth its while. Because once I pour resin, you want to make sure that you're not wasting it. So there is this little cutie. In here, that's quite a small one. And then let's have a look at the skull head that we were doing, that was actually made out of a broken crystal ball, which after its death, it actually serves a very, very good purpose of being used as crystals. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. So it has a very nice colored blue crystal. Then we have metal shaving, and we have more obsidian crystal. And I put a little bit of color of a dark blue into the bottom that I think really just made it like really, really, really a cool piece. And we have also done, if you remember, these chakra books. So these are not ready just yet, but just to show you, I would unfold every single one of them, and then the next piece in here would be now to put an acrylic paint of golden, so we can fill out the spaces in there that represents the shape, the symbol of the chakra. So once that's done, it will be a full set of 7 of these little pucks, and they can be used for yoga and meditation, and they're beautiful orgonite energy. And the last two, to unfold it quickly, we have done a little medicine jar with cacao and herbs, and I love using the color of gold when it comes to cacao, because of course the Mayan said that cacao was liquid gold. So this particular medicine jar has loads of cacao beans. It has also, as you can see, loads of beautiful golden flakes. It has tiger eye crystal. It has also brass in the bottom of it, and it also has rose petals and obviously cacao, and it comes with a cute little top in there with a Metatron cube in it, so that goes on the top, and you can do a little ceremonial herb in there. So that is that. And the very last one is a candle holder that I made, and I kind of kept the pattern of the same cacao and rose, because I really felt like, particularly, let's say for my cacao ceremonies, this would be a very nice orgonite piece to have in the middle of my altar. So I thought maybe other people would like it too. So I made this beautiful piece, and that has cacao beans in it. It has rose buds in it. It has the copper and gold foils, and of course a little bit of tiger eye crystal and the cacao beans as well. So it's really, really nice, and you will just place a beautiful candle in there. So that is the unfolding process.